Let's see, my mom has been my biggest fan. She took me to every, if I can do this, every Special Olympic event in my whole life. She has taken me to doctor's appointments. She has been there by my hospital bed. She's been my role model, my mentor, and my Bible study leader, I guess.
Yeah, isn't she awesome? Jenny is awesome. That was early on, right at the very beginning. There were some decisions that we made. We wanted to treat her like we would treat any child that I'd given birth to, or that we were going to raise, that we were going to prepare. She was born at 6 o'clock in the morning, and the doctors knew instantly. They wouldn't even let me see Jenny when she was born. They were afraid of how we would react, or how I would react. And I could tell by the look on their face that something was wrong. And their response, I immediately began asking because I had natural childbirth, and they were like, what? I was like, what's going on? What's wrong? Well, she has this. So she was taken out of the room, and I fell back asleep. I'd been up all night in labor. And so I fell asleep and woke up, maybe about an hour later, wanting to know where she was. And they moved me to another room all by myself. They didn't want anybody else around me. And pretty soon, my pastor's wife was there, and her words were, well, she doesn't look that bad. I had no idea what she was talking about. And so finally they said, we'll let you see her on your way to your room. And so they were taking me to my room, and I just laid back and relaxed. We went right by the nursery, and I was in my room, and they put me in a bed. I was like, where's Jenny? And they said, well, we'll bring her to you in a little bit. And I was like, you know what? Either you bring her to me right now, or I'm getting up and I'm walking down the hallway and I'm going to see her myself. And so when they brought her to me, they actually all kind of circled the bed, a couple of the nurses and some people. I don't know how they thought I would react, but, and then they brought her into me. And of course, my only reaction was, you guys need to leave. I need to protect her from you. It was actually a long stay Jenny was going to have. I'm sure you've noticed Jenny's hands. And so they were solid bone. And so they had to create hands. And so we were going to be in the hospital for about 2 weeks. It was right before Christmas. And there was a little nurse. Her name was Melanie. And she would scoot in and she would scoot out. And she saw me reading my Bible. And then she saw it laying on the little dresser. And so she asked me, do you really believe that thing? And I said, yes. And she said, how can you? And then she pointed at Jenny. Melanie came in and we shared with her Jenny's story, and then she explained to me that she was going to be leaving her husband the next night that she had it. And so to make a long story short, we had an opportunity to visit with her, and Melanie asked me, she was from England, and she asked me a lot of questions about Christ and about Jenny and different things. And so as a result of Jenny and the things that were going on, she actually knelt right there beside the bed and asked Jesus to be her Lord and Savior. When Melanie left, I walked over to Jenny, and she was asleep. And of course, her hand was tied up from the graft on her hands, and her tush was turned. And she was 18 months old. And I said, Jenny, I want you to know that someone is going to spend their life in heaven and have a relationship with Jesus because of what you're going through. So there really is a reason for this, and it is good.
It's crazy how I was not going to walk, talk, and see, and I'm doing all that. It's pretty awesome. I want to touch people's lives in so many ways. I want to be that person to tell the nations about Down syndrome, Abort syndrome, and every syndrome there is, because there's people out there don't know what Abort syndrome is, or Down syndrome, or there's disability kids are out there. But yeah, that's my goal to do that. And so